in the next just couple of short minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how PayJunction can help you in your dental practice. First of all, I just wanted to mention how most dentists that we run into are currently taking credit cards, and I'm not going to spend much time on this, 30 seconds. They're either using a physical desktop terminal like the one you see on the top right-hand corner there, or they're using they're accessing their processing or merchant account through a software program to manage their practice, like Dentrix or Eaglesoft or TDO or one of the many other practice management software platforms. And while both of these have benefits, they both have a couple negatives as well. I'm sure that you know of. They're just way too expensive to do. They get outdated. They get hacked. You always have to continually update them, and they don't automate manual, tedious activities. So let's take a quick look at PayJunction. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go to payjunction.com and log in. Now, once I'm inside the PayJunction dashboard, this is where you do all your work from. So it may be a little bit of a change if you've been using a standard desktop terminal, but if you've been processing payments through Dentrix or Eaglesoft or one of the other practice management platforms, this will be very, very familiar and very easy. And I'll just show you how to run a transaction. I'm just going to take one of the USB swipers that just plug into your computer by USB port, and then it allows you to basically swipe up the transaction, so you don't have to key enter in transactions. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with this process, but I go ahead, swipe the transaction, you can see it's automatically imported right here into PayJunction in the PayJunction virtual terminal. And you'll notice from a security feature that the first 12 numbers are encrypted. Meaning nobody in your staff, or if anyone were to ever get access to your PayJunction, they can never get the full cardholder data. And this allows you to be PCI compliant in your practice. But once we've swiped the card, we're just going to do a test transaction here for a penny. We enter the amount, and then we hit process transaction, the green button here. And this is just a demo account, so it's going to decline all the transactions. If you were to get an actual account, it would actually go through. So we're just going to cancel the transaction. But you'll notice all this, again, this is a demo account, so you can see I'm not the only one using it. There are many practicing with this actual software, but you can see my decline transaction right here. Now, this on the right-hand corner will keep a running total of all your day's transactions that you'll be able to see. But let's just view this transaction. You'll be able to see if it went through. You'd be able to avoid the transaction if you made it in mistake. You'd be able to refund it if it's been longer than 24 hours. And one of the most beautiful things is you can automate receipts. So you can either email a receipt, which I'll show you right here. So it's going to send out an automatic receipt, or you can go ahead and just print it like you have been doing. It'll have the total, all the transaction information, who your actual patient is, the encrypted cardholder data, and then it'll have notes. That your staff can consistently use to be able to keep tabs on the actual patient. That way, you're not always having to, duplicate your process. So now that I have that, I'll go ahead and show you exactly what this receipt looks like. So the patient will receive this receipt, and you'll be able to customize it with your practice's name and information on it. It'll have the actual total, when it was charged, and then there's the really cool feature that's just click to sign. And so what they'll do is they'll literally just sign here, hit I agree, and now they get a copy of a signed receipt that they can either print out or download to a PDF. And they'll even get email confirmation of that signed receipt. And you can see that now there's a receipt. So it keeps track of all your receipts and all your customers. And what this is nice for in your practice is that rather than having to ask your patient every single time they come in for their billing information, you can just pull up the patient when they're at your front desk and ask them if they want to charge the actual bill to their card ending in 1111. And if so, you would just hit charge, enter the amount, and then just process it again. So it saves you a lot of time, just from a pure process perspective. But that's not one of the things that we're really seeing. Besides being PCI compliant and not allowing you to shred up all those pieces of paper with cardholder data on it, is the reoccurring billing feature. Now, usually through practice management software, this option is not available, and it's definitely not available if you're using a regular desktop terminal, not software-based. If you ever have a patient that wants to be on some type of payment plan where you split their bill, maybe like a 2-pay plan or a 3-pay plan, rather than writing down their cardholder data on a piece of paper or in your calendar, and then every single day having to see who's on a payment plan, going into maybe Dentrix and then entering the information manually, this takes a lot of time. Instead, we're going to automate the entire process. So we would just come to the reoccurring button down here, come up to new reoccurring, and you can either swipe the card, or if you go to the customer over here, you just add reoccurring. Already has the information there. Now let's say that we're going to do $100 every single month, and we're going to do it every 1 month. We're going to bill on the 1st of every month. And the start date's going to be today, the 29th, and we're going to do it for 3 payments of $100 on the 1st of every month. We hit process reoccurring, and now, rather than having to manually go in every single month on the 1st of every single month and manually key entering in that information, we just put the entire thing on autopilot. So come the 1st of the month, PayJunction knows to automatically bill that customer and send out a receipt and notify you or your staff members that the transaction's gone through. It's very easy to do. And the last thing I'll show you, PayJunction can do about 1 million things, but I'm just showing you just 3 or 4 important things that you'll be able to get out of this. The last thing is just reports. You'll be able to have all your transaction data and reports and batches and anything that you wanted to check by the day, by the week, by the month, by the quarter, by the year. You'll be able to see it month over month, year after year, and be able to kind of really keep track of your business with this reporting feature. So these, among many other reasons, are why we prefer PayJunction. One of the things we hear, or one of the main concerns we hear, is that we like the ability to be able to integrate with our specific software product. And by doing it this way through PayJunction, you'll notice that, like Daniel Stark at UDU and Megan Beal over at Out of This World Dentistry, you can ask any of these guys who are using PayJunction. It adds maybe, you run the transaction in PayJunction, then it adds maybe 3 seconds to copy the total amount and enter it into the patient's profile in the specific, like if it's Dentrix or Eaglesock, you enter it in there. So it adds, a handful of seconds. It ends up saving you tons of money doing it this way. And this is why Dr. Brimley is so thrilled to offer this program, why it's saving so many people money. But let's real quick just take a look at really what we're offering you and what you get when you invest in the Ultimate Dental Merchant Account program. First thing you'll get is unlimited access to the PayJunction software. And all the functions will be turned on, including the recurring billing, the reports, the cardholder data encryption, anything else that comes with PayJunction. You'll get unlimited access. You'll also get a USB swipers that plug right into your computer via USB port, so there's never a need to actually plug in or key enter a transaction. You'll be able to swipe everything. You'll also be able to, if you wanted to, connect PayJunction to your website. Just a shout out to Out of This World Dentistry, Dr. Stark over there, and Megan Beal, their office administrator. They have been able to automate a lot of their billing procedures by referring their patients to their actual website. And the website connects with PayJunction, so people can go on there, enter their invoice number, do the transaction, it automatically happens. You'll also get, and this is really important, you'll get a lifetime low price guarantee feature. And what this is the equivalent of Walmart's price matching feature, which means for whatever reason, if any competitor was to ever come in at a lower bid, it will automatically match the price 100% no questions asked. You just fax the bid into us and we'll automatically match the price. We will do this for a lifetime. And what this does is allow you to control your own pricing. Oftentimes Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express will raise their rates, but this puts all the control on you. And you get this for a lifetime. You also get the opportunity to have no contract whatsoever. We realize this is a big deal to dental practices because almost everybody does offer a contract, and there's a certain amount of risk involved from switching merchant account to merchant account, especially if there's a contract. And so to remove all risk to you, we're just foregoing the contract. You'd be placed on a permanent month-to-month agreement. Also, we'll cancel your existing account. We couldn't make this any easier. You know, it's a fast process. We'll actually cancel your existing merchant account for you so you don't have to. And so let's talk about the price. Normally it's a $195 setup fee. You get access to this entire thing for just $1. It's $1 to get started. That's it. We are definitely taking a hit on our side because we get usually the way we get paid is through that $195. But this is a special promotion we're doing. It's not going to be around forever, but it's $1 to get started. So here's the next step. If all this looks good, or if you have additional questions and you just need to talk it over, we'd love to talk to you. In fact, we're offering a free consultation up to 10 minutes with me at the time of your choice that's convenient for you. So go ahead and click the button below. You'll get access to my calendar, and we'll go ahead and reach out to you, be able to schedule that consultation so you can take advantage of this dollar offer. So with all that said, have a good day, and we look forward to talking to you. Thanks.